Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Kempman. Albert, we're getting down to the end. The school's out and summer activities are coming. Not as much local sporting activity, but yet at the same time we have some people we want to recognize.
Yeah, I like the way George led into that. We love covering the high school scene with getting kids recognition, getting teams recognition. Now we come to summer and only usually negative things happen where coaches get fired, new people. The exciting news is that Ron Burris is going into the Ohio High School Football Coaches Hall of Fame. I remember him coaching at Cheney, won 128 games, led Cheney to the Division II state championship in 1997. I laughed because I saw that those wins, George, and we always say, I'm big on it, it's a player's game, not a coach's game. He won with good teams and bad teams, but I'll tell you one thing, he had some good players, George.
Five All-Americans.
5 collegiate All-Americans.
5 pros.
And 5 pros. You know.
No, they're not.
No, that is unbelievable. Seriously, I hope people understand that.
No, because guys could. We always kid around Alex.
We were so kidding.
We know when someone can coach and when they can't.
Yes.
It takes like 2 minutes. But when these guys are winning, like, we're always, well, what do they have? But when you have 5 pros,
It's amazing.
You have 5 college All-Americans, you've had your share. There are guys that have coached their whole life and not had a Division I player. And many people.
Many.
No.
More that way.
Yeah.
Than
Oh, no. And this guy's done it both. He's had talent, but you still have to coach him. We've always said
no,
that.
he couldn't do what he did.
No.
And he also got those players to buy in.
Yeah.
Some of these schools have really great players and they end up not playing. They go play basketball.
They won't buy into that.
It's because they don't want to buy into the football.
I remember Al and I were, years ago, we were giving lessons, and we had Penn Hill's kids, and their dads worked there, and they were telling us about Aaron Donald. 6 in the morning, he's in there throwing weights around, and I thought to myself, there he was, maybe one of the 5 greatest defenders of all
definitely.
time. I mean, think about that. And the same with, Coach here, to have these kind of guys. Someone motivated him.
George leads me into something really interesting. The other night, I was looking through old emails and lists that I had, and looked up some of the things we had written for this show and our TV show.
All right.
And we wrote our draft. We rated the draft, and our third-rated unrated player was Aaron Donald. He wasn't even thought of.
No, no.
He's can't miss.
They missed. And then he had a motor.
And then yes. And
they're going to miss him. I've downgraded the Rams because of that.
Yeah, what a player he is. What a player he was. He played every down. Do you understand? He didn't take time off like Clowney.
And that's like you're talking about. These guys to win that many games, 14 series, then a state. What
a career.
That's a great career.
Congratulations, Ron.
Absolutely, Coach. Well done.
And locally, Haley Hartford, who you've watched golf in this area, I guarantee you, LeBray is proud, and so was Warren JFK. She played at 2 different schools. I think she won state championship in both schools. George. Well, she's going for her card, and George, I know you watch the LPGA.
I watch it all the time. You have to beat the Asians, buddy. Telling you now, Haley, you got to beat the Asians. I don't know what they do over there, but it'd be worth studying.
Yeah, they have a swing that looks like they're all locked in the same way. Where whoever's teaching them is teaching them at a young age. She played the Augusta National Women's Amateur and finished tied for 7th. She's so excited to play in that. Now she's so excited to try to get her card for the LPGA Tour. Good luck to Haley Hartford. And hopefully about 3 years from now, Georgia, we're still here. We're saying, hey, she just won her first event.
Absolutely. No, you're talking about Augusta National, too. Just the footsteps there.
Yeah, Georgia did that really well. Of all the courses that people want to play or just get on, that's the one that has a little hallowed ground on it that you walk. And
the elevation's severe.
Yes. You don't know about TV, do you?
You can't tell on
no,
TV.
TV you can't see.
The other day I was thinking about that. I'm watching that tournament, and I have a buddy who's a good golfer. Not great, but
still a good
better
golfer.
Than most.
Right.
He says, I played that number 2 Pinehurst.
He played it?
Well, it gets better. Because he was good.
Right.
I said, well, how'd you do? 110.
Doesn't surprise me.
I said, you know, you just said something there. First of all, those guys make it. Now, you're going to laugh. You know how we're always making fun of them for being soft? I almost felt bad for them Sunday when that ball, it would hit 15 feet from the pin and roll down in a gully that looked like gun smoke.
That's what's supposed to happen on U.S.
And
Open.
man, I'm going to tell you what, I have respect for those guys.
Yeah, the shots that you have to hit, you have to be safe. The ones that play safe are the ones that win. If you're not, and that's what DeChambeau did. He's decided, said, I'm gonna hit the fairway, hit the middle of the green, and try to two-putt.
Well, Rory, 2 up with 4 left, you can't do it.
It's amazing.
No wonder he got mad and left. I'd have got mad and left.
Yeah,
too.
he was. That's the most disgruntled a golfer I can imagine being.
You know how we know the last major he won 11 years.
That's what I'm saying. And this is when he wants to win.
No, it was in his pocket too. You're up 2 with 4. Just par out, and you win by 2 strokes.
What do we say?
You don't have to be
But you got to
Mr.
make
Birdie.
putts. And George said that guy who shot 110.
No,
that's why you shoot 110.
Yeah, you can.
That when you putt, there is no straight one.
But see, I'm watching Friday, and this guy gets the ball, and he goes like this.
Drops off.
And it went, like I thought, it looked like it was like this. It went,
they are.
I'll say, Albert, it went 80 feet, and it went into sage grass. I don't know how you get your club through it.
When you throw.
How about the 50-foot, the shot that won it?
Oh, that's his greatest shot ever.
He said it.
It is, well, not only his greatest shot. It's
Yeah.
one of the 10 greatest shots ever. 55 foot, 55 yards from
3 feet away.
Eh,
The other 3 feet away.
Amazing that the touch on that, because the green's hard. If you hit it anywhere
going the other
else,
end.
it's going to go over or going to come
Well,
back.
you could see when McElroy was watching, he was assuming there's going to be a playoff.
He was. He was.
Did you see him buzz out of
Oh,
there?
yes.
And that's when he
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
get a shuffler on the way out. All right, let's talk a little bit about the NBA. We tape on Mondays, and by the time our people see this show, the game will be over. Let's talk about it. Let's look 3-1. Celts win the first 3. It looks like they shouldn't have game 4. When I said to Al, I said, I don't know why.
It's the Celtics.
And then the next thing you know, Al says, you know, every once in a while they fall asleep.
It's the Celtics.
They were in a deep sleep Friday night.
The whole game they slept.
Jeez.
They shot terrible. When you shoot terrible, then it adds more fuel to the fire.
I used the word obliterated.
Well, they did.
48 points.
It's obliterated.
They were down almost 50.
Yeah, I know. It was amazing. It was amazing how bad one team could play.
I think, Al, it's the 3rd biggest
Well,
loss.
somebody else has been beat
Two.
two times.
Yep.
I didn't think that. I thought it might be the worst ever.
No.
They'll.
Dallas had all systems go. Guys coming off the bench like Hardaway that hadn't played. Now, did he luck into that by, no, he'll play Monday night now, at least a little more. What do you think he just, what do I have to lose
he's been
type
lousy.
thing?
He's been lousy.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what do you think Kid thought? That so I might as well give him a chance.
Yeah, that's probably true. Boston hope he plays.
They'll go right at him.
Oh, he just can't play. He can't anymore. He's not the player. He's not the player he was. That was one of those games. You've been there.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're sitting there and
Everything's
you,
just-
you
everything's
don't know
going
what
right.
to do. My
Yeah.
buddies came over one time.
You've been there.
I was playing. I think it was at Duquesne or somewhere. I'm there, and about the first 5 minutes, I thought to myself, "Not tonight, Jack. It's not your night." And it just everything they do, every ball that bounces to them.
Yeah.
Every shot bounces up, bounces. In about the second quarter, your guys, the mental grabs the physical, and it says,
does.
"Hey, not tonight, boys."
Yeah, and vice versa. When things are going right that way,
I hit every
the
shot.
9th and 10th and 11th men,
Yeah,
they
get
make
in and
shots.
hit
They'll
threes.
never. When it's a 4-point game,
No.
there's not a chance that ball's.
Now
going
I have
in.
to ask you because, like I said, we're putting our neck out because by the time this is shown, we could look awful smart or awful dumb. Can they go into Boston and make some noise?
Win, you mean? Or just play a little closer game?
Closer game.
They can play a closer game. I said they can win.
Okay.
This game would definitely put a wake-up call on the Boston.
They're not gonna wanna go back to Dallas 3-2.
That's the worst thing that could happen to Dallas.
Okay.
That Boston played. Wait a minute. You embarrassed we were? Yeah, they're going to play. I think the game be closer though.
It's probably 7.5.
Yeah.
Well, you'd take the points
I'd
in
take
the
the
short
points,
burst.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
Now it's 4 straight unders, or they just keep moving it down and it keeps going under.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say tonight?
It's under.
That's what I say. See, I don't bang my head in the wall. This one guy, I gotta be. I said, you know what? You just keep thinking like that. That was the time he said he wanted dogs in there. Connecticut had won 17 straight, and he goes, I like the dogs. I said, well, you go on ahead.
My thought is they defend better in the playoffs, first of all, is number one.
Okay.
But number two, both teams take terrible shots. I mean, I'm talking about 27-footers. If there's 6 possessions, one of them's going up from 27.
3 for 18, it doesn't stop.
And they don't stop. That's
No.
what I'm saying.
No.
That's why it's going under. Because they don't think. Dallas, last game, fine. I was clapping. Their first 18 points were in the paint. And I'm thinking, why wouldn't you watch this and say,
we can
let's
do
do
that.
this a little more?
We could do that.
Not
Like the other
shoot-
day, I saw a college team bunt the guy to third. And I thought, I wonder if one of these jackasses from Pittsburgh
Not a chance.
is watching this and thought, you know what? That
Ma-
guy
ma-
scored on a fly
that's
ball.
That's illegal in Major League Baseball.
You know what's fun? It would be different if Mickey Mantle was batting fourth or Babe was, say the
know.
Babe was up third.
I know. It was just like, you never bunt.
They got some dude batting 177.
All of them. Just look, I had a friend at the house watching the game Saturday night. 5 in a row came up 215 or below. And I'm thinking,
215 sounds good to me. 170s.
I know.
No, I saw Porzingis at the shoot around.
He can't play, you don't think?
Well, I didn't think. But you know, you couldn't tell from the shoot around. I mean, you talk about wasting time.
I don't think
Standing
he's
there
playing
laughing, telling stories.
I don't think
not-
he's playing either.
No, I would agree. I would agree. He wasn't running or cutting. And if he's not running or cutting, he's not
That's
playing.
basketball. It's all running and
I
cutting.
remember one time I had this kid. It's why coaches don't have a big long string for parents. I'm in there and my AD calls me in. And he says, "Mrs. So and So called." She said, "He's going to come to practice, but he's not allowed to run or cut." So I'm thinking the RD's not that good, but it is.
You must have some good food on the side or something.
I
Oh,
said to
geez.
the AD, I said, "I'm going to ask you again.
What am I supposed to do with
What
them?
am I supposed to do with him if he can't run or cut?"
Think about that. Well, that's Porzingis.
Yeah,
If you can't run a cut, you can't play.
no, you can't play. No,
Yeah.
no,
Yes.
you definitely can't. Now the Lakers are closing in on JJ Redick.
They deserve it.
Let them have him, huh? Let them have that.
They'll be playing for the what's that play? Is that
That
what's
one
called?
in Christmas, the play-in championship.
They'll be in it again. That's the only thing they play for.
He's a Mr. Know-it-all too. You know that, don't you?
I just like him.
You know what? You're not going to believe it.
I just like a guy
I've
who
never
thinks he
heard
knows
him.
everything.
I've never heard him. I will not put the sound up for. That's a clown show. Now they're getting to the point. Things are so bad. On Twitter, they're showing Stephen A. walking into the gym, like what his outfit is.
Do they really?
Honest to God. Now the girls, the WNBA, they must have a deal with some clothing. They come in dressed like they're going to cheerleaders. That strip club down in Pittsburgh. Like, you know,
That's how they dress.
you want if
Say
you
one
say
thing-
anything,
one thing I don't
see if
want.
you say anything, you're a chauvinist
I
or
gotcha.
misogynist.
I just tell the
I'm
facts.
telling
I
you.
just tell the truth.
They come
we tell the truth
walking-
on this show.
they come
You're-
walking
You're supposed
in
to
there.
be dressed like a sportscaster.
Or
not going. Where's it
well,
going?
she was playing. She was playing. It was a girl from LSU.
Oh, okay.
Let me say one good thing. They didn't waste a lot of material on her outfit. There's enough for like 3 other different. You know, does that kind of give you an
Well,
idea?
she got that straight from her coach at LSU. She always walks. What's her name? Mulkey.
Yeah.
She walks. She cares about how she dresses every
Oh,
game.
she's like, she has those ridiculous. Yeah.
They like to talk
Now,
about
zero
her.
experience.
Zero.
Now,
There's somebody out there that's coached 20 years.
No, there's some guy with bags under his
Yeah.
eyes, and he ate at McDonald's on the way through, and like holding the wheel with both hands, trying to get back.
Right.
And this clown is going to be the head coach.
It's gonna be. They deserve it, as I said.
Yeah,
They
they'll
deserve it.
get what they deserve. Because what's going to happen? They can drink all the wine he wants with LeBron. Wait till you say something LeBron doesn't like, and see who's going first.
It doesn't matter if he likes it or doesn't like it. He's not listening anyway. No.
No. Hurley says he wasn't pretending, not whatever, interest in the Lakers to get a raise. Well, we will never know that because they're throwing more money at him.
Yeah, and I think his wife knew that.
He's a king there, huh?
Oh my gosh, he's not Calhoun yet,
Not yet.
But he's heading that
But
way.
if he gets the third one,
but he's heading that way. Yeah, no question. They're calling him the #1 coach in the country. 2 years ago, he wouldn't have been in the top 20.
Rhode
Now think
Island-
of that.
No, Rhode
from,
Island. No.
From 2
No,
years.
remember he's at Rhode Island, he couldn't beat anybody.
2 years.
Yeah.
He went from being just Dan Hurley
Yeah.
to now the best host in the country.
I get a charge out of that. That tells you they don't know. I'm not saying he's not good either.
No, we didn't say that.
No, but
Just
come
don't
on.
change in 2 years
No,
after
no,
that.
no.
His team has won two national championships, so you got to give him his due. I understand that, but don't just say he's really improved. He got good players. He's a fine coach.
The dude that's passed, the dude that coached Minnesota. If you want to crown him, crown him. He said, I'm not crowning him. We had him beat. Remember the year the Bears, they had the Bears beat, and they gave up
Is that
late.
Dennis Green?
Yeah, Dennis says, you want to, I'm not crowning him.
That's what they're crowning. That's what I said. It is crowning.
he's the king.
King Hurley, yes.
Meantime, at Rhode Island, they couldn't beat Duquesne.
I know.
It's amazing. Last week, Cleveland 5-5, Pittsburgh that 5-5. But I'll tell you what, Shelby, this is from Al and George here. You keep giving away games with that Thursday lineup you had in, you'll be managing the Altoona Curve in no time.
Yes, happens for sure.
What was that, Al?
I think different than that. You know that, George.
Yeah, you think they make
They
them
tell him
right.
ahead of time. Yeah,
How much do you think he actually?
During the game, I think he does. He doesn't have control of the bullpen. That's decided. Who's going to pitch that day?
No,
is
who's
decided.
available?
Yes.
But he picks the.
He could pick an inning or a pat in
Okay,
the face.
that's what I'm asking.
But they're telling him, listen, Bednar's not pitching today. All right, check him off.
Yeah.
Holderman's not pitching today. Okay, so that means you leave me Chapman and 3 others. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. This is the prevailing criticism in Pittsburgh. I'm all over social media because I have no life. How can you have 2 bullpen games in 3 days?
You can't.
Is it your decisions? Is it your roster? What is going on?
Well,
that
a couple
you
of things went into it. There are 3 best. I mean, 3 not best, but 3 starting pitchers went down at the same time.
Okay.
That has something. So I'll
we're
give them that.
No.
But they have not got anybody ready to come up as a starting pitcher. They're all relievers, or all, in minor leagues they pitch. How many innings, George?
Okay.
3.
That's what I wanted to know.
So you can't get a guy ready to pitch 6 innings.
Okay.
When the most innings he's pitched,
And they just brought a kid from Altoona, Indiana, so I assume he's close.
they're trying to get him ready by pitch count. I mean, it's just
Oh, pitch count.
that's the answer. It's just so different.
No, but I'm glad you said that because that would be. And the other thing, I'm not fond of this owner, even though I wouldn't know him. But our buddy saw him putting gas in his Jaguar and told him he's a good businessman. That was a great line. By
Was a
him.
good line.
He didn't tell me he's a good owner. Now here's
Talking about a good businessman. They just made that move.
yeah. Now here
with
yeah.
Skeens.
Oh yeah. You led me into it. Take that. Take that. He was due yesterday.
You're supposed to pitch yesterday.
And why?
And what's worse is I read people saying this, and probably we shouldn't read so much, but see, they won the series anyway. It was a good move. They didn't know they were going to win the series.
No.
Skeens was supposed to pitch yesterday, but because they're coming home. By the way, I'm going to the game tonight.
30,000 minimum.
They would have got 15.
Now
They're going to double the crowd because Skeens. So I think.
Oh, yeah,
I really
so
believe
Pittsburgh-
in my mind, George.
Hey.
They did this on purpose.
Pittsburgh, you got to do 2 things: set off some firecrackers or play some. No, she ain't out for me. And the next thing you know, the place is full.
Yeah, they know how to bring people in.
They do know
Well, this
how.
one was definitely planned. I don't care what they say.
No, they're not giving it. They're not going to give it. Because of the plethora of wild cards. Don't tell me we're 1.5. So is 10 other teams. We're 1.5 games from.
Oh, yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah, and that's why I don't get excited because
Now, if this is September 16th,
yeah.
we'll get excited.
And the other reason I don't get excited, George, of those other 10 teams, 8 of them will spend and get 2 players.
July, they'll say we need a first baseman.
St. Louis will get
Go
2 more
get
players.
Okay.
Pittsburgh's not going to do
Good
it.
one, Albert.
So they're going to jump ahead.
Good one, Albert. By the way, this idea that the season just started, in 1 week they've played half their games, 80 games. In another week, they'll be at game 80,
Finally
which
hit
is
the halfway
halfway.
point, yeah.
Yeah, so don't look and say, well, it's early, yes, but we've had
Well,
a
that's good news for the Pirates and Guardians. Guardians have held first place
Yes,
all the way
they
till
have.
now.
Yes,
And the Pirates are, like you said, there's 11 teams, but they're one of them. They could be White Sox, who after 2 weeks
We're out.
were out of the.
You know, when I go back and look at the games they literally gave away, not to mention the 5 or 6 Skeens would have pitched in April, May.
Right. Oh no, if Skeens was up, they'd be in first place.
I know.
Yeah.
They'll get a crowd that they
Yeah.
usually don't get.
Right.
We know that. Now, Saturday night. I haven't been in Altoona in 55 years. But
That's where you grew up.
But
by
I
the way.
remember Little League. I remember dancing off at third base about, maybe
Halfway down,
maybe
quarter
an
way
eighth
around.
quarter,
Yeah.
and seeing that they weren't paying attention.
Not
catcher-
not Major League Baseball.
Not Yogi Berra never did this. Okay, Johnny Bench never did this. Goofball Grandel, he lobs the ball, and the pitcher knows he's coming. See, he sees him first. First of all, Hayes is at shortstop. There's no third baseman to be close to him, so he's sneaking down there. Grandel throws a lollipop. Jones sees the lollipop coming, sees McMahon sprinting. There was no sense catching.
No chance.
So he just turned his back and what he knew.
Yeah, no chance.
This Grandel, would he be in the lineup the next? Oh, he frames
He'd be off the
pitches.
team.
Oh, he'd be out. He
Because
frames
he can't
pitches.
hit either.
Did
So
you know
if
he frames
so if
pitches?
you can't hit.
Oh, he frames pitches out. Come on.
No, that's Hedges. Hedges has made a living.
Framing pitches.
Framing pitches
This
in Major
guy,
League
I
Baseball.
said, get him out of there. Now, here's the thing.
Because let me have a get more on that.
Yeah.
He sits on his hunches, see, when he catches. So instead of taking the extra 2 seconds to get up
No, he just flips.
and fire the ball back to the pitcher,
Right.
he sits from his hunches
Yep.
and throws it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get a third base coach. The kid wasn't going to do. Third base coach whispered in his ear and said, "You're going to next."
Did you
pitch."
see where Hayes was?
Yeah, he's way over there.
Shortstop.
So it all fit perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nope, you hit it right. I looked for
Yeah.
Hayes. First thing I did is look for why he got so far down.
Yes.
Sunday night the Yankees lose, but Judge hits another. What's in his, 63, 65? What
I
were
think he's
you?
getting more than that.
Oh,
I think he is.
Really?
Because he started out the season so bad.
okay.
And
How about when he hits them?
oh, jeez, he's a monster. He's a
Remember Herman Munster when
Yes.
they drafted him, the Dodgers? Leo
Frank Howard.
DeRocher. No, for real, the real Herman Munster.
Oh, the real Herman Munster.
They did a show and Leo came to sign him because he was hitting some balls at Junior's thing, up into the train.
That was a good show.
Hilarious.
That was a good show.
But anyhow, so we're talking about that now. You know who has snuck up on us? We do a baseball segment every week in the spring and summer. Stinking Seattle Mariners. I knew they were playing well. I looked at the standings the other day. 8-game lead.
I didn't know it was 8 games.
Yes.
But I knew that league's really weak.
That's the other thing. Texas under 500.
Houston's
Houston's under
been
five.
bad.
No, that's
Houston
good.
started out 9-24, I think.
Yeah.
That's a hard
you're
to come back from. And Texas, and I make fun. I'm really big. George knows I'm big on this. The Bochy all of a sudden, man,
He's not as
he
smart.
quit coaching.
He's not as smart.
Because I know he's a good coach, but please, it's a player's game.
Yeah.
The players, they have 4 players this year that this time last year had double-figure home runs.
Yeah.
They all have less than 5.
what
You
happened.
ain't winning. I don't
No.
care what you say to him.
Yeah.
Because Bochy's he's a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah,
But
4
why
champs.
he don't get? He is so dumb because they ain't playing worth a darn.
No. Hey, here's one for you. The other West, National League, Betts, broken hand out.
How far is he out, Long? You know?
Here's
How
what I
long?
don't know. I don't understand this. You could maybe explain it. He got 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Okay.
But they're saying no surgery. Now, question is, how did they know no surgery 20 minutes after the game?
I don't know either.
An X-ray. But anyhow, he's out, and he's a big deal.
Oh no, he's their catalyst.
Well, we're gonna
He's
win.
everything.
We're gonna win that one. We're gonna definitely.
Oakland's not winning a game though. Oakland's went on a slide.
They only need 50. That's our
I don't
only
think they
help.
get 50.
That's our
No,
only
I didn't
help.
need 60, not 50.
Hey, no, 50-something. Hey,
57.
missed calls. I'm watching the game the other day. So they're going to replay that. And I look, the guy was out by a good 10, 12 inches. What? Are they getting worse because of replay? They
I
know
do.
they'll be,
I think that. You led right into me.
they're going to be checked, in other
Yeah.
words.
And if they're not reprimanded, what would make the difference if they've got it right or wrong?
Okay.
Replay's going to fix it for them.
Okay.
They're going to keep their job. I truly would. See, I know I'm nuts, so I say it on the show. I watch these home plate umpires miss 10 pitches a day. I'd hire somebody after the game, go through the thing with them, and say, if you miss more than 10,
Next game.
you're sitting out next
Okay.
game.
Yeah.
No,
You
you
see
can't.
what the guy did the other
You
day?
can't do it. You can't miss the
Hey,
bat.
this guy missed about 8 the other day. Guy had him dust the plate off. It was the funniest thing I've seen all
Good
year.
move.
He
knows how bad he was.
Yeah, that's what he was telling him.
But I know the TV narrows it down. I see.
Yeah, I don't
But
go
some
by
of them are 2 feet outside. I mean, just terrible.
Oh, I saw one the other day. It was in the College World Series. It was in the other batter's
That's what I'm
box.
saying.
Come on,
that
buddy.
can't happen.
Come on, buddy.
You're being paid good money.
Now this
right.
Blanco, he has one no-no. He had a no-no after 7, and they took him out. Would you ask him? Let's say you were manager.
Never ask
He had
him.
104 pitches.
Never ask him.
What do you mean we get to hit?
I'm saying the other way. He's coming out. I mean, in today's world, there's nobody asking anybody.
That's what I wonder. I said
at certain,
he had 7 innings, 104 pitches, I think.
and that was decided.
Okay.
I said, third time that I've said it, that wasn't decided in the dugout. That was decided the night before, saying he gets to 100 some pitches, he's coming out. I don't care if he has no hitter.
You know, there's only like 5 guys that had 2 no-hitters in a year. I mean, you're talking.
I think don't swear by it. I read 8 complete games so far this year,
Okay.
and we're getting to that.
No, they're not. No, they're not. That's like looking
8.
for a white buffalo. You know, you're not doing. Now, NFL teams, they had their mandatory workouts, but they're not for Aaron Rodgers. Did you know that?
Never for me.
Mandatory is not for Aaron.
No.
It's for all those other slugs, but not for Aaron. This guy's.
You gotta dislike him.
You have to
He
dislike makes you dislike.
on purpose. Yeah, on purpose.
Yep.
He talks like you're dumb. First of all.
Yeah.
He thinks he's talking about
Yeah,
it,
Mr.
and then he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hayward, what are you going to do? You're going to play him this year and then
That's what they're gonna do.
just let
And then
him.
next year he walks.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I don't think you have much choice, do you? They still need a number 2 wideout. Are they waiting for the junk heap? Somebody get.
No, there's no junk. There's no junk. They're gonna play the guys they have now. They're gonna play Jefferson as their number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I know somebody who's overpaid. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, other than having nice hair if he's on that commercial with Paul Muller, I don't know what he does that deserves. In my mind, now, I know guys are making money as much or more, but they did something.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Now, remember, he had urban renewal. That could be possible for the 1 year. He's actually getting worse.
Yeah, last year he had a bad year.
Yep.
Bad year. Guess what I'm gonna do, George? Because of what's going on here.
Good when you see.
I'm betting him for the MVP.
Okay.
No, I think that's if there's a perfect time to get him.
Yeah,
the odds are going to be
oh,
unbelievable.
oh,
He's going to try to prove George Abraham
Yeah.
and everybody else wrong because he has talent. It
I
isn't
saw
like
the
it-
Heisman odds the other day. They're right where they should be. You know, our guy, we like Gabriel. He's right there. The kid at Georgia's right there. The
All
kid
the
at
good teams.
Texas. I thought there was one
You got to get a
long
team that's going to
shot.
win. That's what you got to get.
Notre Dame.
If Notre Dame wins, then you
I
got to get
looked
him.
right at it.
Yeah.
And
If you think they have a chance of getting this, have
they
a big year,
absolutely do.
Yeah, uh-huh.
They sure do.
that's what you got to go by.
First coach fired.
Oh, the Philadelphia coach.
Oh.
No question
He
in my
chirps.
mind.
He talks too much.
Yeah, he's going.
I thought the big guy at Dallas.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you. Skip Holtz wins every UFL, BFL, BUFL, SSU. Nobody wins?
Yeah, I don't know if he's burned bridges or what he's done, but he's not
Sure
even.
does good in that.
He's not even in the
He
top.
does well in that league, doesn't he?
He dominates.
He won again yesterday.
Is it Birmingham?
Yes, he won again.
Doesn't Birmingham win all the time?
They won it. Yeah, they won last year.
That's what
He's
I
there.
thought. I thought.
DeChambeau, we talked about McElroy missing. They're still having that haterade. She took a shot yesterday, Caitlin Clark. The one was a shot block. It was just a foul. The other one was a lambeer.
Yeah, and anytime it's Clark, there's going to be writing about it. That's why I don't follow it.
Okay.
When my wife gets tired of hearing something, she said, "Listen, I'm so tired of hearing about Caitlin Clark."
Yeah, but she brought.
No, they're talking about.
They're flying private because of her.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, last thing we'll get real quick about this. When you look, the naming rights, I know you were talking about it the other day in the radio. You know how much I saw? $1 billion. Billions. You pay a lot of
What's
players.
that word? Subliminal.
Subliminal advertising. Albert just doesn't know why he buys.
Greg, our producer,
why
Greg, he taught me a new word.
Heinz
Subliminal.
ketchup. Albert doesn't know why he buys Heinz ketchup. He just likes it.
I like
Hey,
it.
Thanks again for listening. We'll be back next week.